Hello everybody, welcome to Badlands Ballistics. Got a really fun video planned today. AR-10s. As much as I love 308, I just love an AR-10. So this guy I'm shooting, we're not even going to talk about the brand. This has been a piece together deal. A good friend of mine put this together for me. But the scope we're using is a Zeiss Conquest V4. Zeiss has got a reputation of being top quality. I thought all Zeisses were made in Europe. This one's actually made in Japan. The glass coming out of Japan is top notch. So I feel like this is going to be a great quality scope. I've never had a Zeiss before, but I shot this gun. I got the Mobus backup sights on there, and I shot sub 1.5 groups at 100 yards with this guy. So the gun is super accurate. I am really excited about getting this thing zeroed in with this Zeiss scope. So we got another tool we're going to be using today. This is called Sight-in-One. And so what it is you clamp it. So I've never used it before, so I'm going to go through this with you guys. So what the instructions tell you to do is shoot one shot. We're going to do it at 50 yards. And so the way you do that is you shoot one sight or one shot, clamp this on the end of your scope, and it has a red dot on there. So you maintain your point of aim with your scope, and then you find the red dot, and it has these two adjustments on there, and you put the red dot on the bullet hole, and now you take your scope and move the crosshairs to the red dot. I'm really excited about it. Man, if this thing works as good as I think it's going to, that is going to take a ton of my sighting in rifle with a new scope frustration out of the deal. So that's what we're going to try. So next thing we're going to do is shoot one shot at 50 yards, and then we'll put this guy on, and then we'll go through the whole process with you. But before we do any shooting, I'm going to ask you guys to take a minute and please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. We'll keep the channel going. Here we go. All right, I'll talk about the ammo real quick. These are 168 grain Hornady match boat tails. I've done some ballistics testing on these, and honestly, I wouldn't be scared to shoot a deer with them. I wouldn't shoot anything bigger. You know, typically the match bullets aren't good for hunting, but the ballistics gel testing on this, they penetrate good. I mean, the rate retention, it's a 168 grain bullet to start with, so it could shed quite a bit of weight and still have, you know, 150, 130 grains of weight. So these are awesome bullets. I'm hoping that we're going to get some great groups with them today. So I'm using CFE 223 powder. I'm trying to narrow my powder stuff down. CFE 223 has been really available lately, so I'm hoping I can make all this work today. So here we go. All right, so I cannot see the bullet hole, so I'm going to walk up there and we'll just take the Sharpie and give it a mark so I can see the hole through the scope. Okay, so right there's the hole. We're about right on elevation wise and just a couple inches to the left. So I'm just going to mark this something like this. So that I'll be able to move that red dot right there, and we can use that one shot deal, and hopefully it works. Here we go. Okay, so here's the Sight-in-One apparatus, don't know what else to call it, tool. So what they tell you in the instructions is just to have it centered. So we slide this guy on, and with these 3 set screws, you can center it. So we kind of got it, without off camera, we kind of got it, so we just tighten that top one, and that's pretty centered. And when it takes a battery, it's the same battery as a rangefinder, the little, they look like a quarter. So we're going to turn that on the brightest one, and hopefully we can see it through the camera. Let's see. Okay guys, hopefully you can see it. It's really hard. but there's a red dot right there. So I'm going to use that red dot. I'm going to hold the crosshairs on the point of impact, put the red dot where the bullets are, or where the bullet hole is, and then move the crosshairs to the red dot, and hopefully that'll do it. Okay, so we got Carson and Abby here helping me with the video today. I think you could do this on your own, but Carson's just holding the gun real steady. We've got the red dot moved to the bullet hole, but you guys remember it's only a few inches from the point of aim. So now I'm gonna move the crosshairs to the red dot. Ready, Carson?
You're going the wrong way.
I'm going the wrong way? Okay.
Try it again. Right there. Maybe one more.
Elevation wise?
I don't think we should mess with elevation.
Okay.
I'd say let's try that.
Okay, we're gonna shoot one more shot. Bear in mind this is at 50, just to get it close, and then we'll move it back to 100 and check it.
It's okay.
All right, let's go have a look at the target.
Yeah, not quite. Hey, stay down. Come here.
So here's the first one, and here's the one after adjustment, which we're within a couple inches. So I'm gonna say that sight-in-one tool is pretty awesome. I mean, how many of us have shot a box of shells sighting in a rifle? I certainly have. I think this will save a lot of ammo. Is it perfect? Not quite. We've got Daisy here. She's wanting to check out the target with us, so we're gonna mark this.
Daisy, come on.
So what I'm gonna do is go move the scope about that same amount. The trouble with that scope is, on this application, is there's a lot going on. There's hash marks on the elevation and the windage, so it's hard to see that red dot and get it right exactly perfect. So, I mean, this got us really close in 2 shots. So I'm gonna, and I think even the claim of the company is you're gonna take a little time, or a shot or 2, but it's gonna get you super close. So I'm happy with that. We're gonna go make one more adjustment, see if we can get it right on. Okay, so there's one thing that I myself was a little bit confused about. So we needed to move the crosshairs left. And on the scope here, it says right, but you think about it, that is giving you point of impact. So the point of impact versus the point of aim was left, and we had to move it right. So we moved it this way, counterclockwise. Well, in my mind, I cranked it the other way the first time, and Carson was watching it, and you guys watched it or seen it, it said it was going the wrong way. So we're gonna move it about the same amount of clicks as what we did before, and then we'll shoot one more time at 50. Okay, we're real close. We'll walk up and mark this one. I need to go about that much more. So here's the last shot we made. We're gonna go ahead and mark it. I'm gonna go that much more. That should put us about right on, and then we're gonna move the target to 100. So.
What? Oh. You're going.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shoot one more. I haven't moved the scope. I want to just make sure that wasn't just a flyer from the shooter. So I can see the hole, it's touching that other shot. So I'm gonna adjust the scope real quick, and then we'll take another shot and go check the target.
It's weird the elevation's off.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird. Okay, made a couple adjustments. We're gonna give it a shot again. Dead on left and right. Gonna raise the elevation up just a little bit more. All right, so we're close enough now. I'm gonna go move that target to 100 yards and we'll take another shot at 100. Here we go. All right, so I had one shot there. I shot another one just to double check it wasn't a mistake, and you can see how tight the group is. They're almost touching. Just to the scope, made another shot there, just the scope good. Or again, made another shot there. So that's pretty dang close. I'm gonna go move this target to 100 yards and we'll do some more shooting. Man, that puppy is clear. Wow. All right, so we've got target moved to 100 yards. With this Zeiss scope, that thing is so dang clear, it is amazing. So, I mean, really from here, I can just dial that scope in because I can see it real slick. So I'll shoot one, I'll just shoot one and see where it's at. Of course, the wind's gonna pick up, so we'll keep going. Had a malfunction. Case did not eject. We'll have to see if we can get that puppy out of there. Okay guys, well, we made it back home, got out of the wind. After that last segment, man, the wind just picked up. We did a little bit more shooting, but we pretty much wrapped it up. The wind just was ferocious out there, but it was an interesting video. We did quite a few things. So let's talk about this sight-in-one tool. You guys showed me when I installed it. This thing is awesome. It was a little bit interesting that I just bolted that Zeiss scope on the AR-10, and at 50 yards, I was 3 inches to the left. That is almost unheard of to me. I didn't bore sight it, I didn't do nothing. I just bolted it on because I really wanted to try out this tool. I mean, if you guys are like me, my experience, there's times I've bolted on scopes and they've been a foot to the left and 2 feet high. And that's where this thing would really show its true colors, you know, be very valuable. When it's only 3 inches off at 50, I mean, it's going to take a shot or two to kind of get it dialed in. The Zeiss scope's got quite a bit going on with the reticle, so it was a little bit hard because it was hard to see exactly where that hole was, but we got it really close. I mean, it worked great. I mean, I only shot, I don't know what I shoot, 6 or 8 shots and had that thing about dialed right in. So this guy is an awesome tool. The guy that developed this actually lives right here in Price, Utah. I don't know where he's at with his company. I haven't really followed it. He just, a friend of a friend, just kind of called me up and said, hey, would you like to review this on your YouTube channel? So here we are. I've actually had this for several months, and this is the first time that I've used it because I haven't had a scope to sight in. So I'm going to try to find his website, hopefully put a link in the description, but this is a fantastic tool. I am very grateful with it. I'm going to just call him and ask him if I can just buy it from him. He just gave me this to do a review on. I mean, I'm happy just to pay the guy for it. He's just starting a new company. I don't expect anything for free for him. So anyway, sight-in-one, awesome tool, awesome tool. So here's the AR-10. So I wanted to go into the Zeiss scope a little bit more. This is a Zeiss 4-16 Conquest V4. I read a ton of reviews on this scope before I bought it. This has been, from what the reviews are saying, an awesome hunting scope. I mean, it's got a really neat reticle on it, and I really like the reticle. My goal at the end of the day is to be effective with this at longer range. With a 16 power, that'll probably be 800 yards, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm really looking forward to this summer to spend some time with this guy. Like I say, the gun is just kind of a build setup, so I'm not even going to talk about the parts and stuff we've used on it. AR-10s are awesome. Carson has one, and I've lost what his is. His is one of the higher end, Aero Precision. That's what his is. That's a great gun. They have stainless barrels. We was told by someone that the stainless barrels take a lot more to break in. I've got a Winchester Model 70 264, that extreme weather. It took about 200 rounds for that guy to start shooting. I tried half a dozen or more different bullet powder combinations. I mean, it was shooting 4-inch groups, and about 200 rounds it pulled in. Now it's shooting sub MOA. So we're kind of that. His gun's brand new, this gun's new. we're kind of that way. I shot some groups with this with the open sights and had some good groups with it. What is going on with this case stuck? I don't know, but we're gonna see if we can get it out. So you guys can see the chamber's open. Not sure if you can see, but there is a stuck case in there. I got a brass cleaning rod. We'll see if it gets out. See if we get it, if it'll come out. It wasn't stuck in there very much. Come out with first try. I don't know what happened. Hopefully you guys can see that. The edge of the case is ripped off. The rim is ripped off right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. So I don't think it's not a broken extractor or anything. Who knows? Faulty brass, I don't know. Like there again, we haven't shot this a ton, but the edge of that brass was ripped right off, and one drop, I mean with this little cleaning rod, dropped it right out. So is there a problem with reloads, problem with the sizing? I'm not sure. We was shooting one day at the range and a guy come up, was just chatting with us. He was a complete stranger, this was with a different AR-10, Carson, his first one that he owned, and it was jamming. It just would not cycle. About every third shot, it was not cycling, and this guy just said, hey, I've done a lot with AR-10s. There again, about 200 rounds of break-in before they'll function good. So, I don't know. I love the AR-10 platform. I really do. This is the first one I've owned. The one that Carson was shooting today with me is the second one he's owned, but we probably haven't got 200 or 300 rounds in every one of them. We just don't have a lot of experience with them. So if you guys have experience, please leave some comments, because I'd like to hear what you say. And maybe it's one of those deals I just got to give this guy a thorough cleaning and put some more rounds through it. It's sure what it feels like. So anyway, we're gonna wrap the video up today. So please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up. Have a good night.